What's up, y'all? This is Rom coming back at you with yet another car video. Clarification about the tribe. Clarification. Yeah, because my video yesterday was talking about only focus on women in your tribe. And every time I say that, always, get the question of, well, how do I know my tribe? How do I find my tribe? And I give some stuff. And in fact, in the description box, I'll give you a link to my Rom TV series on finding your tribe. And usually I'll say something just real quick about it when I talk about the tribe. I say the women naturally attracted to you. But, myself, I'm still learning, okay, sometimes I got to explain stuff better. And one of the things, because I kind of assumed that people would think the women that they are attracted to as well. Mutual attraction. So in a simple thing, your tribe comprises of the women who you have a mutual attraction to. You have a mutual attraction to, and then not just a physical attraction, but a personality attraction. It comes down to one word which I haven't used in a long time. I need to start using again. You two click. It's natural. You don't have to do. There's no game, nothing extra, and you don't gotta do anything. You don't gotta win her over. She don't gotta win you over. All of that. Like you can meet and y'all ready to go. Y'all just ready to go. Y'all can make love right on the spot. That type of thing. And it's bigger than lust. Like, you can just talk to her, everything. But y'all click. Because, I'm going to tell you what. Because a lot of guys will say, well, I got all these fat women or these ugly women who find me attractive. That's not your tribe. See, a key part of the tribe is you. And what you find attractive. Because it's useless if they find you attractive. And indeed, a lot of times, well, at least for the men who can get regular sex, if you were to ask them, I was like, how many of those women you click with naturally? Like naturally, like you ain't have to do anything. You ain't have to think about the word game. You ain't have to come up with money. You and her could just talk for hours. I had that mutual attraction. I could talk. Ain't gonna be that many. Because let me clear up something about that. One thing about relationships, most are not natural. Most are not natural clicks. There's a lot of stuff that goes in, a lot of artificial stuff that go in. A lot of artificial stuff. It ain't like so much. It could be so many little things. Like, I give you a great example. Interracial relationships. Or there's so much talk about passport bros. Even those types of relationships. Is that woman, is she click with you for your personality, or she click with you because you're an Americano? Or in the interracial stuff, if that woman going for you because, you just be a good person, y'all click on a personality thing, or because of your skin color. Like you got these black women call themselves divestors. Now, they're going to give a white man some play because no other reason than he's white. And then you got a bunch of white women, they'll mess with a brother, like those Queen of Spades type of women. They'll mess with a brother for no other reason than he's black. Or it could be whatever. Or it could be like groupies. You got some women. You got music groupies. You even got women in the professional world. You got some women, they'll hit us up, like they'll hit up a professional place. They're a bunch of professional men. They're only talking to those men because those men are professional. So it's like, hold up. Now, because if the same exact man, let's use that for an example. The same exact man with the exact same person, exact same body build. If that same man was a blue collar worker, you get some women still wouldn't mess with him. Now, he looked the exact same way. He looked the exact same way as a professional. In fact, some guys have experienced that they might have met some woman, they weren't dressed up or anything. The woman's like, oh, And then the woman, for whatever reason, they got on that suit because they are a professional. The woman change up. She ain't attracted to the man. And there's a lot of artificial stuff. Or let me use the example again of like women attracted to you and you even get with them and have sex, but they still not your tribe. Did you really click with them? Or they just handed you the pussy and you just said, take the pussy? And I don't say it, I'm just going to be real with it. Because you can judge this however you want. But I can think of quite a few women I've had sex with, but they weren't my tribe. They handed me the pussy. And I took it. I mean, seriously. Ask me out and stuff. But then when I think about it, I didn't really click with them. Now, of course, I've gotten with some women I clicked with. And that's how I know my tribe. See, I know my tribe specifically. I know it because it's a physical thing. And it's a mental thing. Physical thing, mental thing. I ain't going to describe, I always talk about butt dunks or something, but let's just say bigger, lower. They can have big legs or big butt dunk, usually. And there's certain physical characteristics, but if I said that, that'll bring out something. But then it's a mental characteristic because I noticed I'll click, the women I click with always like that highly educated type of women. Women have a PhD, law degree, medical degree. Master teacher BGS would call them 92 octanes. They worked in some professional capacity. Them and some women who may be creative like writers and stuff. That's who I click with on a mental thing. So it's like automatic. Don't have to work hard. Don't have to try to struggle or anything. Because let's be real, a lot of people, let's go back over that. A lot of men are dealing with some woman, and the woman just dealing with them because nobody else is asking them out. Nobody else is dealing with them. Nobody else is trying to go out with them. You there. Seriously. When I talk about select and non-select, there's a whole lot of non-select men who can still get some dates. They got to work hard. And the woman's only dealing with them because they can't get at a select man. That's not their tribe. A lot of women settle. See, that's another thing too. The women in your tribe, they ain't going to feel like they're settling for you. Very important distinction. They are not going to feel like that they are settling for you. And it's going to feel natural. You ain't going to feel like you settling for her. Because let's get back to that main thing. Mutual attraction. Mutual. So if a woman, you can have a bunch of women coming for you, but if you don't feel a mutual attraction, that's not your tribe. Or you got to work hard. You got to throw some lines, or you got to entertain, you got to go extra. See, here's the thing with the tribe. You can be whoever you are. That's it. That's the thing with the tribe and stuff. That's the thing with the tribe. You can be who you are naturally. You don't have to do something new. You don't have to put on some frame or something. You don't have to come up with some line. You don't have to try to act cute, real cool or something. You can be who you are totally, and you're going to click. That's how you know. And she likes it. And you like her for who she is. If you see a woman and you're already thinking about how you can change her up, which, some select men might feel, I've actually known some select men, they feel like they're going to change how she dress, how she do anything. That's not your tribe. And I want y'all to remember that part. You got to click with it. You got to have an attraction. Because, you're going to get plenty of women who are going to find you attractive, but attractive for what? Shout out the late Alan Roger Kirk. May his soul always rest in peace. Dear brother, look, he said it best talking about the whole choosing signal thing. And I don't know where that video is, but he did a video on that. He said, a woman can choose you, but what's she choosing you for? A woman could be giving you those choosing signals, but, you got on that nice watch, that suit, and that, expensive car. She choosing you for a mark. You could be chosen for a mark, Or a woman could, you thinking a woman's attracted to you, but, she's seeing a food date. It's something. She said somebody could probably do something. Or you might think she attracted to you, but she a 304. Which, amazing, some people keep saying what it is, all this stuff around. She a hoe. She attracted to whoever moves and breathes, you know? So that don't mean anything, but are you attracted to her? Is it a click? Because if y'all got to work too hard or you got to put on some mask or something, it's not a click. It's not a click. It's like one of those things like I said, both a physical thing and a mental thing, you know? If you got to work too hard, let's put it like this. If you're talking with a woman and you got to work too hard, it's like, hold up. You got to, you know, the conversation ain't flowing. Y'all ain't laughing together, you know? Even when y'all disagree, it's still cool. If it ain't that, it's not a click. If y'all got to work hard at it. If the woman say, like, you go out with her, right? And, you know, you trying to take it further. You trying to say the good, loving body, rocking, knocking boots all night long. You know, you trying to roll with her like that. And she say, I got to get to know you. It's not a click. It's not a click. Sure. It's the click. You almost got to keep them apart right there. Sure. You know? Because I thought about that. I said, hold up, let me explain that click thing. Because, okay, like the part about getting with some women, I had sex with them. Lots of sex with them. They weren't my tribe, though. Because I said, okay, why I have lots of sex? Oh, they were handing the pussy. They were making it easy. Because I thought about it. If any of them made anything difficult or whatnot, that's not a click. It's like y'all going to it's just on so many levels. That's your tribe. And I do mean it's going to be a physical attraction. It's going to be a mental attraction. Even if y'all don't get together. That's another thing, too. Because it could be, you don't know what the circumstances are. It could be, you know, she in a relationship, you in a relationship. Y'all might have to wait. I say at the very least, y'all would be close friends. And not that friend zone friends either. Like, y'all be able to talk about shit that you probably don't even talk with your own mate about. That's a click. That's your tribe. And, you know, a lot of people will say, well, how can I figure it out? Okay, figure out what's the common denominators. There's always a common denominator. Always. You know? It could be physical. Right? It could be physical. You know, same general body types. Because I looked at the women that I've clicked with. All their body types are around the same range. All of them didn't actually necessarily have a butt dunk either. But they always had a certain body range. I put it like that. That's one who I truly clicked with. Even though I've been out with some women who didn't match that range, but then I look at those relationships and I say, you know what? Those relationships weren't as good as they could have been. You know? Seriously. They were not as good. That's why I got to reemphasize again, even if you get with a woman, that might not be your tribe. You know, it didn't have that click. Like, just everything just flowed naturally. And I know some guys are hard for it. But as I said, get into how to really know, looking for that thread, you got to look at every single little thing. That's why I say the women I clicked with, highly educated. Every single one. Oh, I clicked with. In fact, even some of the women that really wasn't part of the tribe, they were at least highly educated. And that's why it get a little confusing, because some people have said, well, I got different types of women. Okay. Think about just focus just on that. Now sit back. You might just think about it. Were they the same social class? Were they the same race? Even if they were the same race, were they all blondes? Were they all brunettes? Were they all, heavily melanated, if you're talking about the black community, or were they light-skinned? You know? Were they all tall, short? You still pay attention to that. But then what was the personality trait? You know? Were they all receptive to you? Were they all bossy? Even though personally that don't work for me, it might work for another man. You know? Were they intellectual? You know? What was it? You know, were they all writers or creatives or something? Like I said, all the women I clicked with, they always had on that intellectual thing or that creative, something that has to do with their mind. If we get into the house of the man, house of the man, house of the woman, well, specifically house of the women I've dealt with, I clicked with, they were all like a good version of the seated hawk, not the bossy version. I can't stand bossy. A few of them had that, but they usually come. That was usually a conflict, but they at least had the intellectual aspect of it. You know, we could always talk. That was the main thing. We could always talk. It was even though I ain't big on that word sapiosexual. I ain't big on it personally. I'm a little bit more tolerant of it now, but that's the one thing I always had to be able to talk to a woman. It was always that, you know, and that's just me. Always that. Now, for somebody else, it might be something else. You know, it might be she's more that party woman, or she might be more that business type of woman. She might have more that like nurturing thing about her, like she's like a mommy and stuff, you know. And actually, when I say mommy, those are wifey types, family orientated and everything. You know, it could be whatever. You just gotta look at everything. You gotta look at their social class. Are they all? Shout out Master Teacher BGS again. Were they all like kind of 85 ratchets? Were they working class? Were they kind of those women, the 89s who could be on that kind of bohemian thing, you know, herbal tea type of women? You know, were they 92s? Or, you know, were they 100s, the 100 octane? Speaking of which, that's another example why every woman that come for you might not be your tribe. Because 100 octanes, they generally, the nature of 100 octanes, they go for men with money. They got shelf lives. Now I know, you know, there's a lot of talk against money, and I've talked against money, using it, leading with it, but you got a lot of culturated prostitutes out there. And that's another example. That's yet another example. I say, just because a woman going for you, what is she going for? Because basically it come down to two things. Do you find her physically attractive? She find you. Mutual physical attraction. And do your personalities click? And your true personality. You know, whatever your personality is, does it click with that woman? You might be that real quiet type, laid back type. Okay, do you and the woman click on that level? Like, she ain't saying, oh, you gotta be talkative or anything. You quiet and she good with it, but you good with whatever she is. Sometimes even in that whole thing, she might be talkative. Y'all might click on such a level, like say you introverted, but she's talkative, but it works in such a way that it just works. She likes to talk, you like to listen. That actually works. That's it though. Click. You like, and I know some dudes will say, well, I've never had that. Well, I'm gonna tell you what, that's the whole point of what I talk about. You gotta develop yourself. That's the whole point of it. You gotta develop your best self, and you know, develop yourself physically, develop your personality. And I'm gonna tell you what, if you want a tribe, you gotta be authentic to who you are. Now, I've said before, you know, I'm a science fiction fan. You know, got the comic books and everything. The women I've clicked with were good with. You know, if I said I wanted to go see Avatar, or I haven't seen it yet, or some Marvel movie, they'd be wanting to be right there with me. They be telling me about it. They the ones that be telling me about it and everything. So, I mean, that's the thing. That's the thing you want to focus on. Who do you click with? Now, are you going to click with every woman like that? No. But here's the thing, kind of what I was saying, kind of try to focus on that. Because the thing is, when you're with a woman, that ain't really your tribe, yeah, it could be hard. Maybe, you know, if y'all got time to work and y'all both, when I say work, really work on a relationship, and y'all both extremely mature. Let me say that again, extremely mature. Y'all could probably make something work, but even then, there's still an opening for that person you click with to come in. it's still an opening. Like if you got to force it or anything or do anything extra to try to make it work, and in this day and age, got slight something. I hate this weather. In this day and age, it's not even worth it. But that's the key, though, yo. That's the key. That's what you want to focus on. Okay? That's really what you want to focus on. And it's like, I'm gonna tell you what. Here's something too. Let me go on, because I know some people will say, "Well, I haven't met them." You gotta get out, man. You know, you gotta actually talk. You know, you gotta actually be friendly. And I've done other videos talking about that, and I've talked before. It's like wherever I go in this area, I know someone. It's like I should go to the post office. Hey, Rom, how you doing? Go to different restaurants. Hey, Rom, you gonna get your usual today? Seriously, it's several restaurants I walk in, especially I come in with my son. Shoot, the server come out with whatever we drink. They already know. They just put it on the table for us. I know somebody will go in different stores. You gotta be the same way. Just be open and talk to people. You know, just have that conversation. Just be gently. I'm gonna tell you what, and this is a little bit harder for some people. This is really a little bit harder. Just gently be friendly. I see a lot of people, they don't know how to be cool. Seriously, every interaction you have with a woman don't have to be about you getting in her panties and shit. That's why when some dudes be saying stuff, oh, like, I don't want to be friends. I'm like, dude, ain't nothing wrong with being acquaintances, though. Because you don't know who she know. You know? And you get used to it. You can actually get to know somebody. And plus, you get a lot of practice just talking. You know? So there's nothing wrong with that. Let me emphasize again, being authentic. The woman who click with you, she can only truly click with your true self. Because if you're wearing some type of mask, trying to act the way you act a certain way, like trying to act like you cool and you know gregarious and all that, and that ain't really you. Well, guess what you're going to draw? You're going to draw a woman that ain't going to fulfill you. And see, I've said this in my book, Nice Guys and Players, when I talk about the masked men. They will put on that mask to mimic a select man, mimic a Mr. Goodbar, but the women don't like it once they get past that mask. It's better to be your true self. This is who you are. You know, this is who you are. If you don't like it, you just don't like it. Which is something else too. Man, there's so many things I could talk about. One of the things a lot of men got to stop doing is stop trying to get a woman to like you. Look, an individual, they either like you or they don't. Seriously. A lot of people trying to figure out something, trying to force her to like you. And she either like I said, she either like you or she don't. If she don't like you, she don't like you. Don't force it. Do not force it. Under no circumstances force it. It's a waste of time to even try. Seriously. Don't force it. Just be, just do your thing. If they even like you, you want to be with somebody you want to be with. You know? You want to be, that's an important thing. And see, that's part of the clique too. It's part of the tribe. Because when you are who you are and you meet somebody, then it's cool. You don't have to put on a mask. You don't have to worry about, she going to bust you in the lie. And that person like you, whatever, even some nuances, idiosyncrasies. That true clique, that true tribe going to like you for that too. Because they're going to have their own. And you're going to be good with theirs. And yeah, it can be tough. It can be tough, but, I'm going to tell you what. You follow what I've been saying for a while. You follow what I'm telling you to do. It'll work. It'll work. Because I've known some dudes, they doing the same exact thing. Follow the plan. In fact, some I don't get to talk about a lot. Some I don't get to talk about a lot. And I've known dudes. There's a young man working in the store here, I got with this beautiful young lady. I got a lot of dudes that follow what I said, and they in happy relationships. They in happy relationships. if they not in a relationship, they got options. So it's like, it ain't that difficult though. And a lot of times it's just go for the click. Go for the click. It's easy, it's fun, you don't put up with a lot of bullshit. Alright? So that's it though. But the click, let me just end with saying this. Mutual attraction. And y'all click. Mutual attraction. You gotta be attracted to her, she attracted to you. Y'all can have a conversation without trying to force it, and you can be natural. If you into anime, look, if you into kickboxing, also anime, and being a writer, she good with it. She probably shoot, you tell her about whatever popular anime it is, and she'll be like, yeah, oh, okay, this is what I like. Or she'll like to say, seriously. But you can't force it. So if you set your mind to finding that tribe, it'll happen. All right? It will happen. And it's not going to happen like overnight, though, but it will happen. You know? It takes a while. That transformation takes a while, but in the end, it's worth it. All right? Because, well, there's a lot of stuff I don't share publicly. So, let's just say it works. So, anyway, though. Oh, go in and get some food. A little bit later today. It's actually light out, but I'm just trying to mess around with my schedule. So, anyway, I'll get back with y'all. Peace and blessings.